If you want to lose weight, you need to set some weight loss goals. And in today's video, we're going to talk about 5 mistakes to avoid when you're setting them up. The other day I was looking through my Google Drive and I came across a document from 2015 and it was my weight loss goals. And that year I lost about 15 pounds. I actually probably lost about 20, but then I gained like 5 or so back. And so then in 2016, I made another document and I set my goals in a little different way. And that year I lost closer to 50 pounds. So I tripled my results. And when I compared the two documents, I definitely saw some differences. So that inspired today's show. I'm going to show you the mistakes to avoid so you can set some goals and achieve them. Number 1, set size goals. Okay, this is a mistake. This is a very common thing. A lot of women especially want to be a certain size. And it seems like a good goal, but there are some pretty big problems with it. First of all, if you're not specific on brand and style of clothes and exactly what you're talking about, then you're just being way too vague, because sizing really varies from manufacturer to manufacturer, and also with clothing too. You might be, a size 6 in a dress, but size 12 in jeans. So what if you then say, well, I want to be, a size 12 in Levi's 505 jeans? The problem with that is it's very hard to know when you've truly achieved that goal. For example, what if you can, technically you can pull them up and fasten them, but they're really, really uncomfortable. And it's really hard to know when you've really, truly achieved that goal. There's too much gray. Instead, try doing a black and white goal. In other words, for weight loss, a great thing to do would be track your weight. Get down to a certain goal weight. That is a pass or fail. Either you did it or you didn't. Number 2, your goals are either too aggressive or not aggressive enough. Being too aggressive or unrealistic is going to be bad because you're not going to be able to achieve the goal. For example, I said to myself, well, I'll just lose 5 pounds a week and, I've got all this weight to lose and I'll be done in a few months. That wasn't realistic, and it didn't keep me motivated because it was like defeating. I wasn't losing 5 pounds a week, and so it was a bad plan. On the other hand, if your goal isn't exciting enough, like if you say, well, I'm going to lose 5 pounds by the end of the year, does that really excite you? Does that make you want to do it? If your goal doesn't make you excited, then that's not going to give you the motivation to do it. That's what you're going to be motivated by, is that excitement that you feel. So if you write down a goal and you realize, hey, that doesn't excite me, if I were to achieve it, then that's not a good goal. So for example, in my own case, I had to strike a good balance between something that would keep me motivated enough but that was still attainable and achievable. And so I came up with about 1 pound a week. I found that losing 1 pound a week was motivating enough when I took the long view, which was if I do this consistently for a year, I'll lose 52 pounds. And as a bonus, I wasn't feeling those negative effects that you can feel when you're losing weight too quickly, like nausea or tiredness or trouble sleeping. I felt excellent the entire time, so that really helped keep me motivated. Mistake number 3, you don't make a plan. So once you figure out what your goal is, you have to figure out how you're going to get there. It's like your roadmap. And if you don't create that roadmap, then you're just going to kind of wander. So write it down. Write specifically down what you're going to do. Figure out how you're going to do it. What are your rules? Like, for example, with my own rules, the ones I had success with was I said, I'm going to walk 6 miles a day. I'm going to eat once a day, Monday through Saturday. And on Sunday, I get to eat whatever I want all day long, however much I want. Because trust me, life gets busy and you may actually forget what your plan is. It's good to know exactly what your plan is so that you can refer back to it. Mistake number 4, you don't break it down into little chunks. So if you've got your goal and then you've got your plan, then you need to have little sub goals along the way so that you can have little wins. And this is really important to help keep you motivated. And another bonus is it feels less intimidating. For example, if you have a lot of weight to lose, then it can seem intimidating to say, well, I'm going to lose 50 pounds or I'm going to lose 100 pounds. So if you break that down into smaller chunks, like 5-pound increments, then you're getting little wins along the way and you're achieving things and you're making progress. So for example, if you had a 50-pound weight loss that you wanted to do and you said, okay, and I'm going to break it down into 5-pound increments and I'm going to lose a pound a week, then every 5 weeks you're hitting another goal. Instead of, if it's going to take you a year, you say, well, I'm going to lose 50 pounds by the end of the year. And then it's like you're never really hitting any goals. And mistake number 5, you don't check your progress. So if you've written down your goal, you've got a plan in place on how you're going to achieve it, you've got your sub goals all written down, and you never check on whether you're making progress, then you've messed up. You have to check, are you making progress? Because you don't want to get to the end of the year and say, oh man, I didn't hit my goal. I would recommend at least weekly checking in with your goals. See, are you making progress towards those goals? Are you behind? Are you ahead? If you find that you are behind, you can easily check on yourself because you've written it down. You can ask yourself these questions. Am I following my plan? If the answer to that is yes, then that means you probably need to tweak your plan. If you find the answer is no, you're not following your plan, well, okay, there's a red flag. You need to say, okay, why am I not following my plan? And then you'll probably find you need to tweak your plan a little bit so that you can stay on a plan. So those are 5 mistakes to avoid when you're setting your weight loss goals. So to help you out, I've created a free Google Doc. You can go download it, make it your own. It's got step-by-step instructions on how to set your goals. It's based on the template that I used to set my own goals. So I'll link to that in the description. Also, check out my website. I'll go into a little bit more in depth of, you can see my goals for 2015 and 2016 and how they varied. Also, if you've set some weight loss goals and you've found some things that worked and some things that didn't, leave it in the comments below so that other people can learn from your mistakes and your successes. All right, I appreciate you watching. Talk to you soon.